is one of my favorite little spots. There's the road right here in Kelseyville, and you can just pull right here. People drive all down through here. See the ruts going down through the gravel bed, and they go down there and they do donuts. They drive all through this thing. So rock hounding is just not an issue with anybody, you know. So we're gonna park right here at the four-wheel drive, people. There's another entrance. There's one going down. They drive up and down. But this also has some of the most beautiful Jaspagates in it. So, maybe 2 years since I've been here because there's been a lot going on in life. So, brought the bucket and the spray bottle. And it's a mild day. It's only like in the 80s or whatever. And there's shade down there if we need it underneath the big cottonwoods and all that. So, let's go look at the colors. This is full of all the different Franciscan shirts and all the different colors of jasper and Jaspagate and all kinds of good stuff. So off we go. And then here's the road down. See, school has just started here in California, so everybody's gone, and the water's drained out of these places. But this had water and everybody was just down playing. There would have been 5 cars here all summer long in the shade. People dumping crap and all that, unfortunately. But that's the reality of it, is that nobody's really going to mind you coming down here and spraying some of these rocks. And so it's just a really good creek, not to mention it's one of the most rich and diverse rivers that you'll find around here. As far as variety of jaspers and stuff. It's got mahogany obsidian. This is the only location I know of myself personally around this volcano here, Mount Canocti. Right over here would be the 2-million-year-old lake called Clear Lake, and that's the big volcano that looms above it. You can't really see the whole thing. I'll show you shots when we're out in the riverbed. But anywho, for such easy access, some nice car seats, swimming hole, shade. There's a lot of calcification down here where the water sat last. You can see that on here, so that's going to make it hard. But up here in these gravels, it's just fine. And this thing goes all the way that way, and all the way that way. So, as far as it being hunted out ever, yeah, right. And yeah, it's got the red and black mahogany obsidians and every color jasper and chert. And let's just go ahead and show you some of those. Okay, my eyes are taking a second to get used to this calcification on everything, but you can start to see some of the patterns and stuff going on here. If you're ever in this location on a rainy day, let me tell you, that would be awesome. Here's a little piece of volcanic glass, obsidian. You can see the striations in there, the gray and the black. We'll go ahead and bring a bunch of that home today because we're so close to the car. And then this piece of Jaspagate. There's a crazy pattern going on with it. It's like a brown jasper, but then the crazy patterns going on, and that's what this creek is best known for, as far as I'm concerned, is pieces about this big with crazy patterns in it. So it's like your rock tumbler creek. There's every color of stuff here. This, that looks pretty good. Let's spray that off. It's like a just regular white quartz and brown jasper, or chert, maybe probably a chert, brachiated chert. But look at the patterns that go on in these. So, yeah, super fun. So you end up with a bucket, because that's about the size of the gravels, of some really cool things if you pay attention here. These are natural little cobble of obsidian. There's fields around here full of boulders the size of cars made out of volcanic obsidian, because we're at the base of a mountain, of a volcano. So huge amounts of volcanic glass, but these are in this particular creek very like less flawed and with less inclusions, so more pure nuggets here. And here's a little piece of this mahogany. It's also volcanic glass. It just happens to be red and black, which has some really beautiful virtue to it. Ah, look at that. So that translates to red and black obsidian. So obsidian, obsidian, obsidian. Some of these are undoubtedly rounded down pools, but obsidian, obsidian. Like I said, other areas around here, the obsidian is very bubbly and with lots of inclusions, and this tends to be pure little solid nuggets. So yeah, more obsidian, you get the point. Spotted this while we were on our obsidian grab. Nice little piece of jasper. I'll go ahead and wet that down. Reds, yellows, oranges. Ooh, the orange right in there. Nice. Do that one more time. Ooh, look right in there. Hear all the crows in the background talking at us from the cottonwoods. We definitely keep them amused. Okay, so I mean, nice little tumbler ready pieces in this creek. Lots of jaspers. Just looking for special ones to show you. Oh, that's a pretty big round boulder of obsidian there. Can you see all the shiny little conchoidal fractures? We'll go ahead and put that one in the bucket. Nice deep red, brick red cherts. Oh, there's another one. So those are just perfect round boulders of obsidian. When you get them wet, you can see more of the colors that's going to be in them. See, this one's mostly gray and black. You never know which ones that have crazy sheen to it. I think we'll take a couple of those because we happen to be here. Another little perfect square jasper. Little teeny tiny windows of chalcedony in there, but mostly just the orange and the yellow. Ooh, it's a piece of glass with mixed colors going on. Yeah, that's a crazy pattern. It's like deep pinks and blacks and stuff. Some crazy mahogany. Obsidian. Okay, I forgot the rule. You do the obsidian last and you top off with it. Fill in anything else that you want to carry as far as weight goes with it. But otherwise, you can just fill up way too quick. So, we're going to stop collecting that. We've reached a portion where it's about 10% obsidian. There's another nice red jasper. Actually made up of multi-shades. In the bucket. Jasperlicious. Look at that. Gold burgundy. Got the swirls going on. Ooh. Love the gold pluming in there. Chunk of red jasper sticking out here. Ooh, little red diamond. That's some nice stuff. Nice solid red. One little arm of crazy quartz fractal coming back in there like a delta. These stones are pretty hot. Our water's going away pretty quick, but yeah. Nice burgundy on that. Deep burgundy, nice solid piece of jasper. To be here on a rainy day, there's a nice piece of jasper. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, look in there. Right? Confetti. The golds, the brachiated. I always said it like that so I could remember and the kids could remember. Almost some pop going on, just creamy filled with the chalcedony. Lots of gold. That's one of its best faces there for sure. Oh, come on, water. That's going in the bucket. Nice purple overall with some gold. And that's how much can be right around you that's just covered in the dust of summer. Lots of brown shirts. Brown shirt, brown shirt, brown shirt, brown shirt, brown shirt. And on we go. Well, a little bit of a breeze blowing, but I'd forgotten how stifling it can be down in these rocky, heated late day river channels. Whew. Picked me up. So, sitting on the bucket for a second, I brought a pile of examples over to show you. Here's one of these boulders of obsidian with its natural rind knocked off. You can see the inclusions in it, and you can see the fine gray striping through the whole thing. It's usually how you can tell this material. And another hunter might have knocked off pieces of this. The river might have done it, or those might be big spalds from where somebody made tools out of it long ago. There are a lot of pieces of obsidian here. Just a cool piece of Franciscan chert, I thought, because it had a lot of the colors that can show up in here, emulating and forming alongside jasper. So you have the green and the red, typical chert colors, and then it goes into almost a stripe of jasper there. If you found that alone, that'd be jasper, and then back into the green. And yet this is another block of the bedded Franciscan chert. You can actually see it's square, it breaks like a sedimentary rock, and there's actually a top and a bottom to it. This is a cross section of a big old slab that would have run through the big old side of a mountain that was uplifted from the bottom of the ocean. We'll go ahead and bring that. These are also Franciscan chert, from the same process and the same locations. You see this one. That's what was once a super fine clay layer on the top and the bottom of each layer, so that would be a layer, another one above it, another one above it, and you find whole cliff faces of that here. This has some nice green to it. This next piece is more of the super beautiful green that we get around these parts. Some of my favorite colors. Those fine little layers are actually the fine little layers of salacious ooze that laid themselves down long ago on the bottom of the seafloor, composed of just the silicates left after the deep acidic waters of the ocean dissolved away all the calciferous parts. You know, these came from water that was deep enough to have had the low oxygen, high acidity content, and then these were layers of sludge turned into that and lifted up on land. We get chert, and in amongst that is the jaspers and stuff also. Here is a piece of this orange pumpkin jaspagate. This is the reason why we come to this creek. See all the gold in there? Look again. Look closer. See all that gold, see all the patterning. Then each vein of the agate that makes it a jasper agate, a jaspagate, has a little pumpkin orange all along it. Just crazy patterns going on in these. Oh yeah. Good example right there of Kelseyville purple pumpkin jaspagate. Different blend than what I get down by Berryessa, about 20 miles from here, by the other lake. And beautiful stuff. Boom. A nice classic piece of red with white marbling, just regular quartz, and this is actually a fine moss going on with this red, if you can see that all through there. And just the color and the way it breaks and the way it's formed as a cobble, I can tell that this is a jasper instead of a chert, although they are very similar. More classic Berryessa tones here, but the burgundy and the gold and that crazy plume and brachiation patterns all throughout the whole thing. All billowy and broken and glued back together. Nice little tumbler load already, right? All kinds of borders of ish jasper, you know, without a whole lot of detail, just solid colors all around us. Nice little piece of this mahogany obsidian, mostly black with a little highlight of red. that's pretty cute. Ends up looking like that, which is pretty fantastic. Very much just tumble that, it would probably look pretty cool. Nice contrast. Here, these are the ones I always check. They kind of have a glow of that red jasper. That one looks like it's going to be a micro copy. Yeah, look at the red and the crazy, and then look at the dots going into the white here. See that moss? Just the actual absolute just floating out into the whiteness of it. Let me spray that again. So it's just a beautiful, big, beautiful burgundy moss agate, basically. That one's got so much red moss going on with it. So much dendritic quality. Look at these plumy deltas in here. One more spray, buddy. You're beautiful. Fractal plumage. Okay. That right there is going to be a nice, colorful piece of jasper. Pulling them out now and let them cool off a little bit because they've been baking in the sun before I put the water on there. It conserves the water a little bit. And I didn't lie, that's a beautiful golden little piece of jasper there. A little bit of quartz infill. Kind of broken, but beautiful gold example. There's this crazy piece of chert. It's almost like a citrine. You see the top and the bottom of it, of its layer, the flatness. But just right at that top edge, it's the typical green, but then it goes into that just amber. Just a very yellow layer of silicate there. Deep, deep green. Chunk of chert, you can see the little thin clay layer on top there. And on the bottom. And the squareness of it. And just that deep, deep green. There's a big, beautiful, hot piece of jasper. With a calcetony infill. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's got little oranges down in there, and then look how big that piece is. Gonna burn up a lot of water on you, buddy. But look, that's a nice chunk. Little dapples of orange throughout the whole thing. And then that just fine brachiation and plumage. Drying up on us as we film. Good stuff. Hot rock. There she goes. In the bucket. Ooh, and jasper sitting there next to it. Deep burgundy going on in here mixed with the gold. Boom. Ooh, all throughout the whole thing. The burgundy's in there. Okay, into the bucket you go. And then this, I don't even know what that is, but that's some sort of translucent, it's like a crazy agate of some sort on the outside. Look at the inside of this thing. It's totally, most likely some sort of agates. We could say like a pink, orange carnelian creature. Pay attention for those because it would just look like that on the outside, but look, that's crazy. It's some sort of some sort of little agate silicate node. Look at that. I'm just going to soak this puppy down. It's a translucent little agate. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's crazy. Look at the oranges. And the swirls of the gray, the orange in there. It's all just absolutely highly translucent. See the little conchoidal agate breaks in here? See them? Just telltales of its high silicate all through it. Look at these plumes here. Wow, so this is a type of agate that I did not know we had here. Here's the outside, just very agate rind. And there's the translucence of the thing. That's pretty awesome right there. Ah, the colors in this are hard to get as it evaporates repeatedly, but crazy orange, like safety vest orange there, mixed with the gray plumage. And big, look at the huge disc fractures on there. Nice. And like striated cleave there where there was a natural fracture in the stone. See that, the rough break? And your classic like silicate breaks on this side. Round cobble, okay. Keep your eyes out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut it there for now, and we'll probably keep adventuring here for a little bit, and if so, then that will be the adventure that you see here in a day or two. So hope to see you on that one as well, and thank you for joining me here. I hope you had a good time. Didn't disappoint me as far as the jaspers and stuff that I came for, so I'll go ahead and take a little break here and then see how I feel, see what the batteries say, all that kind of thing. So hope to see you next time, and until then, please take care of yourself, and if you get a chance, please take care of each other.